Okay then guys, what is going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we have got a lot of news inside of Diablo 4. Now there is so much going on and Adam Fletcher, the development director for the community of Diablo 4, has got loads of information he posted up officially on Twitter. We've also got a load of new talk about how Season 1's new malignant villains are changing the game. So with that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Also check out our sponsor Advanced GG, the #1 clinically proven energy supplement on the market. And with that being said, let's take a look at what we've got going on today. So starting off, Adam Fletcher actually posted up this tweet just yesterday, stating, "My Diablo 4 Friday tweet info dump. Now Eternal Realm equals normal and hardcore characters that are non-season. Season Realm begins at the 20th of this month with Season 1, and normal characters on the Eternal Realm will have map and alter progression carry over to normal characters in the Seasonal Realm." Now this is going to happen in about 2 days time on the 18th, and all you have to do is log in and go onto the character with the most amount of progress, and you guys will be able to transfer that across account wide. Now he actually goes on to say this: hardcore characters on the Eternal Realm will have map alter progression carry over to hardcore characters in the Seasonal Realm. Hardcore characters must be alive with that progression to carry over. Normal to hardcore only feed into each other, not both. They are separate buckets. So essentially, if you are a normal player, you're not going to have the progress transfer over to your hardcore player, and so on and so forth. That's a little bit self-explanatory, and it's not even a bad thing for me personally. I feel like that's a really easy way to cop out the system for hardcore characters. But we go into this right here, and he says, after 1.1.0 patch hits, or anytime during the season, you can log in with your most progressed character in the Eternal Realm to carry that map/alter progress into your seasonal character. But what happens if one character has 10 alters and another has 5 in another area? You can log into both after 1.1.0 hits, and you will have 15 collected alters on your seasonal character, as it is addictive. Completing the whole map alters before 1.1.0 will be a nice boost for those that put in the work. Very interesting indeed, and I think that that's something that is absolutely huge, and he's covered quite a lot of ground with that, and I think that actually they should be able to essentially help you guys before the new season actually does come in. Especially there was a lot of talk between normal characters and hardcore characters in the community. Reddit kind of ran with that one and nobody had any real information with regards to it, but now we are fully staffed up and they are two completely separate buckets and won't be able to cross over in accordance. Now, just for the full clarification though, when it says that the map shall be unlocked, there is a little bit of a move with it. So this guy right here, Flentar, states, "So wait, I'm dumb. Does map carry over mean area for area carry over, or just that it will unlock every fast travel spot you previously had?" Adam Fletcher actually states, "Fog of War." Essentially what it means is you'll be able to see the map, but you won't actually be able to just like fast travel straight over. The Fog of War is the bit that on your map it makes it go blurry, so you can't actually see the route underneath. It will just unlock all of the map locations so you can see where you're going, and you can go and unlock all of those fast travel spots previously. Think it's a little bit sucky, and I really would like for that to be the case, that you could just fast travel straight over once you've unlocked it all once. But neither here nor there, it's not something that we're going to actually be able to do. You are still going to have to run around and collect all of those fast travel spots once you get into your character. Now there is a really interesting article right here that states from GameSpot how Diablo 4 Season 1's new malignant villains are changing the game. Now this is really detailed, as they actually went in with the lead dungeon designer and game director for Diablo 4 himself. So everything that we've got in here is official from the company. This is really good news actually. They state in here, ahead of July 20th launch date, we spoke with lead dungeon designer Michelle Pina and game director Joe Shelley about how this first season is changing up from a gameplay perspective. It seems that the focus is going to be on tighter gameplay loop with regards to rewards and dungeon crawling, but this all starts after finishing the main story, when a new plague spreads and morphs some existing monsters into what are called the Malignant. In Diablo 4, elite level enemies are tough foes found throughout the world, but this is a seasonal update. They have a chance of appearing as malignant monsters. They're described as supercharged versions with new attack patterns and properties, and they can pop up in public events, normal dungeons, or nightmare dungeons, but will mostly be encountered in a new set of dungeons called the Malignant Tunnels. Malignant tunnels will pop up across the world during the season, and while they effectively act like instant dungeons seen in other parts of the game, this is where Pina took some of the lessons learned from the base game. They intended to change the pace of the gameplay, focusing on mob killing and earning loot that you will actually want. This also comes with a focus on a brisker cadence in dungeon crawling by having smaller, more consecrated spaces. Now, we have a statement right here that says, when we were getting feedback from the betas and everything else, the kill the monsters objective, some people didn't like it, and I totally understand why. You had a lot of backtracking to do, Pina said, and as a response to fulfill the need for the tighter space, she said, I wanted to give players a space where we could just have a couple of objectives in a smaller layout where they could go wild. I know players really want to get those rewards, and I definitely don't want to be in the way of that. Those objectives also seem to be closely tied to giving players more agency in the gameplay loop and the rewards they get. When you defeat a malignant monster, it drops a malignant heart and you have a chance to seize it as a reward. These are called caged hearts, and which are of 4 types, which we went over in yesterday's or the day before's video at this point. They have now been announced on the main Twitter page. A new set of seasonal gear, rings, jewelry specifically, will feature sockets specifically for caged hearts. These will give players buffs and new properties aside from normal stat boosts seen in the multicolored gems. While we only got a sneak peek of what kind of powers caged heart provide, Shelley liked caged hearts to what gems could be if they also contained legendary aspects, leading to some wildly powerful builds. However, engaging with Malignant Hearts means fighting an even tougher version of that monster. Shelley described them as a step above elite for sure. It presents a sort of escalation opportunity because of the risk to reward scenario. Now this is really good because this means that we're getting a bit more of a scale output. So essentially these caged hearts are going to be extremely powerful, and they're going to essentially be a gem with a legendary aspect tied to it, or at least that's how I'm taking this article and how I'm reading it, and it's really interesting to see how good these could be. But in terms for that, they're a step above elite, which means that there is going to be a bit more risk reward version to the game. So it means that finally we might actually have something to grind for when it comes to perfect roll movements. And the only thing that concerns me though is we did cover some stuff the other day where they're now starting to nerf billion damage builds. Now there is a couple of them in the community and they're now nerfing them. So on that regard, how powerful can we actually get without it being a game break and without them completely taking it away from us? This is something which is going to become frustrating, and I'm fully expecting these caged hearts to be nerfed within the first season easily, because I feel like they're actually going to help quite a lot with building quite high damage builds. Now I have left the article down in the description below if you guys want to go and give it a read. There is a lot more to it and a lot more detail, but that is kind of the be all and end all of what it is. These Malignant Hearts, the caged hearts and everything I'm really excited for, and there's so much that's going to be happening over the next week or so with season 1 dropping in just a matter of days now. I'm really excited to see what Diablo have got, and we may even cover another video later on as Wayfinder has also now announced a load of news. If you guys want to stay in tune with all of that stuff, then make sure that you smash that subscribe button with post notifications turned on, and if I'm doing the right thing, then hit the like button. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. Appreciate all your faces. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.